Welcome to the Randumb podcast with your hosts, Dr. Paul Banks and Jim Mooney. And remember, always stay Randumb-esque.
Hey, what's up, Randumb?
What's up, Randummies?
What's up, Randumb? Yes, and welcome to the Randumb podcast, where we say, always stay
Randumb-esque.
Yeah, I'm the king. Hunka burn in love. Hunka burn in love. Hi, we're Jim and Paul. Happy Halloween. Welcome to a very random Halloween episode.
Our first.
And it is, it's our first.
Our first.
And look, the buffalo back there is smiling about it. He's really excited. And
If Les and Borum are listening, that buffalo's for you.
Yeah, it just got traded to your
That's
team.
great,
It's going to be on the offensive line, protecting Josh Allen. Anywho, we are really out in the wild because we're out here where the buffalo roam, as you can see.
That would be 16 Prospect in Westfield, New Jersey.
Yes, we are at 16 Prospect, and we want to thank our good friends Tim and Chris Boyle
Yay.
of 16 Prospect for hosting us today in a very Halloween spooky-esque, and we'll share some of our photos we took. It's 3D scary. I don't know if you probably didn't watch SCTV.
No, I did not.
With Count Floyd.
No, I never watched
Joe Flaherty would play
I told you, I was a
Floyd,
living color guy.
and
Never.
he would go,
Wasn't John Candy?
"Ooh,
Was John Candy on SCTV?
he'd be like, blah, blah, that's 3D scary.
Was Candy on SCTV?
He was. John Candy,
Rick Moranis?
Nick Moranis,
Right.
Eugene Levy,
I
Catherine
forgot about him.
O'Hara.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, and then there was, there was, whatchamacallit, the McKenzie brothers or whatever, Bob and Doug McKenzie and the Great White North.
The Hosers.
The Hosers. And then there was the Fishing Musician with John Candy. And then John Candy was Harry. Hey, I'm Harry from Harry's Sex Shops, the guy with the snake on his face.
I should check that
and
show
he had
out.
a tattoo of a snake on his
I
face.
should check that show out.
Oh
I've
my
never
God,
seen
it
it.
was classic. John Candy was the best. Anyhow, I digress, of course.
You're good at digressing.
Yes, I am. So, again, welcome to a very spookily decorated random Halloween. It's a very random Halloween. Hey, we have 3 topics of what? Thank you very much. We have 3 topics of conversation today. We have some very special Halloween edition of Yo Paulie and Munificent bits coming up in a little bit. We will have some really cool conversations with our good friends Jackie Lieberman, who is from Tap Into Westfield, about Halloween, as well as our good friend Wayne Zuhl, the Zuhl Trade, about some cool and dark conversation.
There is no Dana, only Zuhl.
That's right. That's from. I just found that out. It's from Ghostbusters. I did not know that. And he is an astronomer, so he's going to tell us all about the Halloween night sky and constellations and cool stuff like that. Anyway, so we got a lot going on this it is a very random Halloween.
It's very random Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a very random Wednesday, and it's still sunny out, but it looks like it's really dark. So that's why we're taping inside with the buffalo roam. Anywho, reminder that we have our conversation coming up in the month of November. God, it's just around the corner. With our good friend, comedian Mike Marino in November, and that's going to be at TV 36 in Clark. And you can check out Mike's upcoming tour schedule at MikeMarino.net. That's MikeMarino.net for more ticket information and show times. And he is a funny dude.
He's funny.
He really is funny.
He's
Very
funny.
funny.
He amuses us.
He's running for president under the Let's Make America Italian Again ticket. And Minuteman Press of Clark just happens to print his T-shirts for that. So, just thought I'd let you know that. Anyway,
How old is Mike Marino? now?
He's like right around our age.
He's not past his prime?
No, he's wow. I knew there had to be a bad dad joke in there. No, he's not past his prime or whatever you were trying to say there. Next week's, so we're taping this just before Halloween so we can edit it for Halloween. But next week, we're going to be doing a very special salute to veterans for Veterans Day that takes place in November. We'll be taping that next week. But we want to give a shout out to our good friend Joe Midnack, who is raising money to house the homeless veterans and building a future facility here in Westfield. To reach Joe, just email him at joe@fsvh.org. That's joe@fsvh.org.
Now,
and help them out.
What is the name of the hall next to Charlie Brown's?
It's the VFW.
VFW, yeah. Every Sunday they have wings and burgers and everything. And
It's called a speakeasy.
Speakeasy, yeah. All the football games are on. So if you're in the Westfield, New Jersey area, come on, drop by on a Sunday.
Paulie and I have been there hanging out together on a Sunday with all our good friends, right? And we're trying to help Joe raise money for the homeless veterans in the area. So please reach out to Joe again, joe@fsvh.org to help donate there. And then a quick shout out to our sponsors. We have the New Jersey Festival Orchestra, and they are at njfestivalorchestra.org. We also have Florham Park Dental Excellence. And we find out that Paul doesn't carve pumpkins' teeth. He puts actual dentures
Dentures
in there.
We in dental school we carved the pumpkin.
Yeah.
But instead of carving out the teeth, we carved out an area for the mouth and put dentures in there.
Pretty cool stuff that we have going on here. And he's at florhamparkdental.com. And if you want to check out my print shop with Seamus and Bridget, we have Minuteman Press of Clark at nj213.minuteman.com for all your branding and printing needs. Pretty much, if you can put a logo on it, we can print it. Just like these cool microphones. And I don't have any swag on today. We're
No, we don't. Well, check out this beautiful shirt here. The L has the Eagles, the O Flyers.
Yeah, you got that going
the
on.
Sixers and E Phillies.
And we do have some cool coasters here, though, that we did do. But he's got a cool shirt there, and I could print that, but I didn't. But I could if I wanted.
You could do anything.
I can do anything as long as I put
anything.
my mind to it.
As long as you put your mind to it. That's
what
my
it's all
problem.
about. I think that should be like an after-school special that we should do.
My problem is I don't have a mind.
The Randummies do an after-school special,
Can we have like cookies and milk?
We'll have cookies. Of course.
All right.
Yeah, that recipe you made of cookies.
No, I'll stick to like iced animals. Iced animal crackers.
Iced animal crackers.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we're on with the shoe. Hey, guess what?
What? You're
supposed to say what?
I just said what?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to say who?
No, what?
Okay.
Like a light bulb. What? Right? Isn't that what a light bulb is? We learned that
Say
from,
that 100 times. You'll be really bright.
Yeah. Didn't we learn that from Thomas Edison last week?
We did.
He would always say what, and then that's how he invented the light bulb, I think. Anyway, we have some Yo
Paulie,
a very special Halloween edition of Yo Paulie. And we've been talking about how Paul loves to walk around the Roosevelt Mall and give advice. I mean, he's unbelievable. He's like a celebrity over there at the mall.
I actually am expanding. I'm going to the Leo Mall as well.
Oh, you're going to go to the Leo Mall?
The Leo Mall.
Wow. At the, I don't think is the movie theater still there?
No, it's not there.
No, okay. We used to go to the movies there at the Leo Mall.
We used to go to the Leo Mall, and remember The GCC Northeast?
GCC Northeast
That's
Store.
gone. We used to go there for the Rocky Horror shows on midnights.
Yeah, guess what? That's where I took Barb for our first date, the GCC Northeast
Really?
Store, and then Gyro's. Yeah.
Yep, and the Budco Orleans is done too. That's
Look at my
not bad.
bling. I got all this bling.
That's a lot of bling.
Yeah, this is more bling than I ever wear.
Well,
Anyway,
that's the only time people could say you're bright.
But maybe you could expand to the Oxford Valley Mall. That would be like big time showcase, right?
Yeah, but that's
Or Willow Grove.
we could, but
You
yeah.
could like walk around and give advice, and then get those rolls of quarters going.
But see, the Roosevelt Mall and the Leo Mall, those are like my peeps.
That's true. You want to be among the peeps, like
Right,
in the
I want to be
Northeast.
among the peeps.
And it is along that Bustleton Avenue corridor.
Yes.
But anyway, we have
both the facilities there. So.
Yeah, well, that's where our new facility is for the advice column stuff. People, Randummies, they send their advice stuff over there to Cotman and Bustleton by the Galaxy or whatever pinball place. And I was thinking about it, Paulie. I do a lot of deliveries, so I think you should go down to the Roosevelt Mall and do a lot more advice to get more rolls of quarters because I need them for parking. I did a lot of parking, deliveries this week, and man, I went through all my quarters. So I need you to give more advice down at the mall.
So basically,
yeah.
You're going to profit off my brilliance.
Yes, I am.
Intellect?
I'm going to profit off your brilliance, and I'm going to get quarters, and then I can park and I can deliver stuff for my clients. So thank you. I really appreciate that. But today, a special Halloween edition of this Yo Paulie, this advice is free. There's no rolls of quarters needed. Paul's just going to give it away.
It's my pleasure to help out.
It's his pleasure to help out the Randummies who need some advice. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know, but it is advice. And that's our one legalese we need to say. Thank you. So let's go into our first Yo Paulie. Yo Paulie, I'm studying really, really hard for all my classes, but I'm still not doing very well. Is this like Truman Capote? And it's almost Halloween, and we're more than halfway through the first semester. What do I do, Paulie? I've tried studying different ways, but nothing I've done works. Paulie, I feel like I'm drowning. Signed, Barely Passing.
Barely passing? You ever given thought that you're just stupid?
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
That's good advice.
But here's the thing is
That's really good advice.
you
Tell someone that they're
said
stupid.
barely passing.
Well,
See,
they are listening to this, and they are Randummies. So,
right, but you said barely passing, but you are passing.
Yeah, well, that's true.
You are passing.
Like, what does passing mean? Like, are they underwater? Like, is it below sea level?
No, but
or is it above sea level?
Are you studying? Are you listening to music while you study?
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of things on your mind when you study? I mean, there are a lot of things going into
Are
it.
you eating toiletry like
Are you
candy
eating?
bars?
Are you eating? Are you? How's your nutrition?
Are you eating
you
candy
tired?
bars out of toiletry bags?
Well, that would be a whole. That'd be a whole nother dump. I mean, issue. But I just, you may not just, you may just be like the sandwich short of a picnic there, dude.
Yeah, not the sharpest tool in the shed.
No, but you know what? Just because you're studying.
I don't want to go on that picnic.
No, but just because you're studying, you're not doing well grade-wise. You're passing and you're still learning. Some people just don't take tests well.
Yeah.
They all can't be geniuses like us.
Yeah, exactly. That's really good advice. I really like that.
Thank you.
So this is a repeat. We got a repeat client here. It's Bob. Bob's writing back to us.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
Bob's a toilet paper
TP
dude.
Bob. Yeah, he's writing back to us to thank us. So. And he has another quandary that he wants to run by you, Paulie. So he must really like you, that Bob. I know, Paulie. Thanks again for that clarification on the TP roll over dilemma. Very much appreciated. That saved me buying the large Tylenol jug over at the Walgreens. But now, Paulie...
My ears are just hurting again.
Just let Bob get through
Let's
this.
go Staten Island.
Let Bob,
Let's go Staten Island.
let Bob get through this. Because Bob's not going to make it through
Okay,
this.
come on, yeah, let's go. All right.
But now I find myself in another predicament with my wife. Here's the 411, Paulie. My wife, God bless her, says, "Oh, since you're a dentist and whatnot, I want to tell you that." She said, Paulie, that my breath smells like an ashtray that swallowed a gallon of coffee. She won't even come near me to kiss me or anything, Paulie.
You're doing this with a straight face. That's pretty impressive.
She's repelled by my locomotive breath, as she calls it. Can you believe that, Paulie's? Me, Mr. Locomotive Breath. So believe you me, Paulie. I'm trying to do everything on the cheap around here, Paulie. So my wife bought a bunch of Halloween candy to hand out to the neighborhood rugrats around here. So I took a bunch of those peppermint patties. You know, the ones with the mints in them you really like, Paulie?
Yes, I do.
And I tried cleaning my gullet out with some of them and, that candy corn. That,
Come on, you can do it.
now she did. My breath smells like a porta-john at an asparagus festival. Since you're a dentist and all, and you're giving away cheap advice.
First of all, I give away valuable advice.
No, it's cheap advice.
It's cheap because you don't pay.
Yeah, because you get some of those quarters from the meter. Since you're giving away that cheap advice, what do you recommend I do, Paulie? Signed, Bob. The garbage spewing pie hole guy. Bob, is that your name or is that what you do? Bob. Thanks for writing back in, Bob.
I gotta just digest that first.
There's a lot
Okay.
going on there.
There's
lot to dissect.
There is a lot to.
So first of all, Bob's got an issue that, he must obviously smoke a lot and he drinks a lot of coffee. So his wife is affectionately calling him locomotive breath.
I just question the dynamic of these two. I mean, seriously, they're arguing about which way to put the toilet paper up
Right.
around or which way to pull it, and now she's saying he's got, this horrible, locomotive breath.
Well, beyond that, like,
What's his? Did they mention his wife's name?
This guy must be super cheap, right?
What's his wife's name?
They,
Did he say?
Bobette.
Bobette. Man, she's a prize.
Yeah, she is.
A prize of the Gong Show.
But think about what this guy's doing. Like, he's doing it on the cheap, as he said. He said
Bob.
he's taking peppermint patties with candy corn, and he thinks that's going to make his breath smell better. That's got to be worse, because then you got cigarettes, and you got coffee, and you got that stuff going on. That's worse than locomotive.
Bob,
breath.
I did a lot of research for you on this one because I think you need it. Besides trying to find another wife.
What kind of research did you do on this?
Here is what foods you eat, which gives you bad breath, and how to.
Yeah, but he's smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee, right?
Well, we've got. Well, first of all, the cigarettes. There's really isn't anything you can do about that. You gotta stop smoking.
Yeah, because otherwise you smell like an
But a
asshole.
lot of bad breath. First of all, do you brush and floss? Do you take care of your teeth? How's your oral hygiene? I mean, seriously, do you go down to Virginia and you only go and buy a toothbrush because that's all you got? Tooth.
What does that mean?
Well, that's what they call a toothbrush in Virginia because they only have one tooth.
Oh,
Come on, man.
I wasn't sure what that meant.
Yeah, so
Okay,
So
gotcha.
here's Bob. I have stuff here
Bob.
that I took my time to write out for you, and this is how you're going to take care of that bad breath
He's
issue.
a dentist, so he knows all about halitosis.
Things that are called, we call it halitosis.
Halitosis.
Challah back.
Halitosis.
Do you like challah, by the way?
Huh?
Do you like challah?
Hollow bread?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had it.
Challah French toast is awesome.
Hollow French toast?
Yeah, challah French toast is good.
Do you think Bob should eat some of that?
No. No, I do not. I do not recommend it.
Bob's got some wicked bread.
I think Bob needs a psychiatrist. Honestly.
He's got some TP
So-
problems. He has the locomotive breath going on.
And
he's doing everything on the cheap.
That's Bob. Here. Let me educate you here. Things that cause bad breath and how to rectify them.
Okay.
Would you believe that citrus fruits cause bad breath?
No.
Because the odor-causing bacteria love an acidic environment, and it causes the odor. The acidic environment causes the odor to stay around.
Oh, wow.
And
I
that's,
did not know that.
Yeah, and also
No oranges, Bob.
and
No,
also,
I guess no lemons.
yeah, and be careful how you which acidic foods, how many acidic foods you eat, and also carry around like a sugar-free mint to freshen your breath.
That's a good idea.
That'll help balance it.
Do they still sell that Banaka stuff? Because he sounds like a Banaka kind of guy. Like,
I don't know.
Bob sounds like he still wears a leisure suit
That's
and
a
would
good-
put the Banaka in the
Is it a
pocket.
lime green like leisure suit Larry?
Yeah. He would definitely put the Banaka like up here in the lapel, the pocket there.
So, and here's another.
that seems like Bob. Bob sounds like he's still wearing,
Well, I don't know. I think
suits.
we'll get another question from Bob in the coming weeks. I think we're gonna really understand Bob.
I think it's going to be a reoccurring call.
Yeah. Bob's gonna be like
a new character on the
Bob.
show.
Yeah.
He's going to be our wax.
So now here's an interesting one: eating a lot of protein
really,
because
I eat a lot of
yeah,
protein.
lead to bad breath because the body produces ammonia
oh wow.
while breaking down the protein.
Can you sell
and-
that ammonia?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
You cannot sell that. And the
It's
odor
like
ends
maybe
up as
Bob could bottle it. He sounds like he's kind of cheap.
I think Bob's got bigger issues than that. I think Bob's got to listen up.
Yeah. Do you think Bob's busy turning around his toilet paper rolls?
I think Bob should be listening right now. Because he doesn't listen, he doesn't get this free incredible advice.
Free cheap advice.
So anyway, the body produces ammonia during the digestive process, and that odor ends up escaping through your mouth. Now, here's how you get rid of that in a high protein diet.
how do you do that?
If you
Randummies
Yeah,
want
well,
to know.
You have to eat foods that contain zinc, spinach, pumpkin seeds, chickpeas. That can help control the plaque and reduce the bad breath.
I'm learning something here.
Cheese.
I'm learning. You give long-winded answers.
Cheese. Oh, I'm a long-winded guy.
That's what I'm learning.
Well, I'm guessing that I can
I'm
finish
learning-
this long. You
I'm
do that.
learning this bit's going on.
I'm going to answer this quicker than you use that fakakta accent to
Yeah,
read
that
the whole
freaking-
thing.
Bob.
Bob. Okay, most dairy products, including cheese,
Whoa.
when they produce sulfur compounds, and
Wow.
they create what's
I
called
remember sulfur in
hydrogen sulfide,
chemistry, yeah.
which again
That
contains
creates
bad breath.
Locomotive breath.
To combat that,
Yeah.
drink water.
Drink water.
Water is gonna water.
And water. That's the great, equalizer, water. So you've heard it here on Yo Paulie. Thank you, Randummies, for writing in. And hey,
I'm not done. I got one
Oh, you
very
got one more.
one more
Oh.
valuable one.
Okay.
Coffee.
Well, he's drinking coffee.
Right.
and he's
Well,
smoking
coffee has a
cigarettes.
drying effect on the mouth, which
Oh.
reduces the saliva flow.
Oh, interesting.
So it offers that the coffee smell lingers. So drinking water after coffee will help you combat bad breath.
Is there like a medical term for like locomotive breath?
I don't know. You got to ask Ian Anderson that one.
Yeah, we just go ask Jethro Tull.
Ask Ian
Did
Anderson.
that come out of a medical book? Like, because it was botany.
No, I don't know. That's interesting. I got to look that up. But anyway, so
Thank you for writing.
Bob,
in.
I hope I took a lot of time with this.
You
And,
sure did.
and I hope it's valuable advice.
And it is the best cheap advice anybody could get.
And if you follow my advice, you definitely do need a
Yeah,
psychiatrist.
you definitely do. Anyway, if snail mail's not your gig and you want to write into us, just write into us at randomesk@gmail.com. That's randomesk@gmail.com. And thanks again, Bob.
Well, I think Bob's gonna get frequent flyer miles. He may
Yeah.
be eligible for a candle.
Bob has a lot of issues, and I think we can help him.
Well, it depends.
If it's very unprofessionally, at least.
You know what I want? I want Bob's wife to write in.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think she's gonna write in next week.
I think Bob's wife should
I
write
think
in.
Bobette should
because
write in.
it's
Bobette.
kind of like you gotta
You need
both
a balance,
sides.
yeah.
You need both sides. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
so
I would love to hear her point of view on the TP and then the garbage mouth breath.
So-
I would just love to hear. What
and I know
says.
she listens to the show. So
Yeah.
Mrs. Bobette, we
Yeah.
would really,
I think she's going to be writing in.
we appreciate that.
I can tell.
And
she's
I
gonna
listen.
write in.
I try and give the best advice I can.
Drawing her, into the show more.
I think I can give the best advice. I try to give the best advice.
You do, even if it's cheap, it's good.
You get better advice if you pay.
Yeah, you get way better advice if you give them rolls of quarters than at the mall.
That's right.
Yeah. And we're back, Randumb. All right, yeah. King here. So we are here with none other than Jackie Lieberman from Tap Into Westfield. And let's give a little bit of background on Jackie, and then we're going to get into our Randummy burning questions that they want to know about Tap Into Westfield and everything news coverage here and Halloween stuff going on here in the town of Westfield. So Jackie Lieberman is the owner, publisher, and editor of Tap Into Westfield, a hyper-local news platform that covers community news with a focus on local events, businesses like my business and Paul's business, and issues that matter to residents, just like the Randummies have issues that are burning to them. Residents of the town of Westfield have matters that matter to them. Okay?
Oh, and there are many.
There are many.
There are many.
There's many things that matter to people. And did you know that matter can neither be created nor destroyed? My father taught me that because he was a chemist. Anyway, her work brings attention to the pulse. And she is the pulse of the community.
She
I
is
can
it.
attest to that
It
very
is.
much.
Jackie is the pulse
Jackie
of Westfield.
is like very omnipresent. She's everywhere.
Ubiquitous.
She's ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous.
She's ubiquitous. I don't know if that's good or not.
That's
I know that's good.
I'm
I
everything
know that's
everywhere
good.
all at once.
Yeah, I know what that. I'm just kidding. And sharing stories that often go unnoticed by larger media outlets. So I introduced Jackie Lieberman from
Hi.
Tap Into Westfield.
Thank
And
you
you
for
can go
having me.
online and you can look for Tap Into Westfield. Just Google it. It'll come up, and then just choose Westfield. And then you'll see Jackie's picture on the masthead.
It's true, you can't miss me.
No, you can't. No. Anyway, we have some burning questions that the Randummies want to
All
know.
right.
Well, look how burning it is. See the smoke?
I know it's.
That's
I don't
burning.
know if the Randummies can see that or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Anyway, have you ever been interviewed by Elvis before?
I have not.
Oh, this is a first.
There you go. Look at that burning.
How about the Rasta Impasta?
That's also a first.
The Rasta and pasta.
Bird fan over there. So, what drew you to journalism, and how did you become involved with Tap Into, Jackie?
So I've been doing journalism since I was a teenager.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got drawn into
And I
it.
know something about you. You grew up in the Midwest.
Yes. I grew up in the mid of the Midwest. I
The
grew up
mid
in
of the Midwest.
Kansas City. You don't get any more central than
Oh,
that.
Kansas City drives me crazy, right, Paulie? I don't like
Oh,
that.
no.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress.
Good barbecue, though.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
been to Kansas City.
All right.
I actually would like to
you
go
gotta
there.
go to Kansas City.
I hear they have good steak.
Yes.
Can we go to Kansas City? Can we quiz your father on the name? How to spell your name?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see if
Oh,
he gets
good.
it.
We can try that. Yes.
So yes, I did grow up. I grew up in Kansas City, and I went to school at Blue Valley North High School, and that's really where I started in journalism. And I went to Drake University in Iowa for college, where I studied magazine journalism. Came out to New York City in '99 and worked for national magazines. And at some point, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I met Mike Shapiro, who is the CEO and founder of Tap Into.
He's a very nice gentleman.
Yes.
I've met with Mike. Very nice person.
He's great to work with, and
Started in my town, New Providence.
Yeah. Started at his house. I met him because our boys were in preschool together.
Oh, really?
So
Oh, wow.
it really is all who you know.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and he kind of roped me into doing this. I love it. I've been doing it ever since.
And can you tell us what makes your Tap Into so unique versus other media outlets in the area?
Sure. I mean, Tap Into in general, there's no other model that works the way that Tap Into does. We're franchised. So there's about 100 of us, people like me, who own their own Tap Into site and can run it the way that they see fit for their town, doing what people in their town need, and be able to have that independent online news source. And at the same time, we have the power of this network behind us. So we can all work together. I can get stories from other sites. I share mine with theirs. We sell advertising onto each other's sites. We share technology. We get all kinds of updates on the industry. We get continuing education. It's really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's great stuff.
What kind of local stories do you find to be the most impactful or meaningful?
We write about everything that happens in Westfield. I really think that without somebody covering local government, local politics, local school board, you can't have a true democracy because you need to have informed voters. So for me, that's hugely important.
Yeah, with the local government, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because it's not going to be covered down to this level, from a different media outlet. So it's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you stay connected with the communities you report on? How do you stay connected to Westfield?
Well, I live next to Westfield.
Right, that's true.
I
know
live
that.
in Scotch Plains,
Oh, you do?
yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
but I can see Westfield from my house.
And do you have that thing out back of your house right now? Is that going on?
I have a sukkah in the back of my
Yeah,
house
what
right
is that
now.
thing
Yeah,
again?
it's
The
Sukkot.
thing?
What is that?
That hut in
That
the
hut?
yard.
That hut. Okay.
It's Sukkot. It's the
I
holiday
call it
Sukkot.
thingy. I just when I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's called a sukkah.
It wasn't.
It's a temporary dwelling that Jews build in their yards during this holiday, and it's super fun. So that's
And
what's
do you guys
going
sit in
on.
there and have dinner and stuff?
Yeah,
Oh,
dinner
really?
and lunch and breakfast, and people sleep in it. This
And
year it's
there's-
been kind of warm.
Is it ever
And-
used like if your husband's in trouble as like a doghouse kind of thing?
You know, it doesn't work because it does not have a ceiling that prevents rain from coming through.
Oh,
You have to be able to
interesting.
see the stars.
So he's not usually in
so
the
I
doghouse.
can't put him in the doghouse
You can't put
if I'm
him in
mad
the
at him.
She has other places.
But you can put him in the shtuka, is it?
Sukkah.
Shtuka.
Sukkah.
Sukkah.
Sukkah. But
Boy, I'm Elvis, so,
it is a super fun holiday. I always look forward to it. I even have a blog about it, by the way, that I started many years ago.
Oh, you
and
do?
It
Wow.
I stopped
Sukkah.
doing it because I did Tap and I was too busy, but for a long time I had a blog called We Bought a Sukkah, if you ever want to look that up.
Have you ever gone to like the diner and say accidentally like, hey, can you pass the sukkah instead of the sugar?
No, that never
You haven't done
That's
that? Are
never
you sure?
happened. Yep. Sorry. Never. Has that happened to you, Paul? Never happened.
They've asked me to pass the seltzer, and I thought they were saying salsa.
Salsa.
That's because you have East Coast accents. That doesn't happen to Midwesterners.
Hey, can you pass the sukkah?
Did you see the in New York City? There was a guy driving had a mobile sukkah. He hooked it up to his bicycle and was driving through Manhattan.
A mobile sukkah.
He did. He was driving through
on the
Manhattan.
go.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on. Is
Dude.
that possible?
Sure.
Yeah, Jewish holiday on the go, man.
Was he delivering New York Post papers or something in the back?
No, he was
Get your sukkah.
he would stop at places who people wanted to visit the sukkah. He would, people would go. Then he'd get back on his bike.
Was it like a giant
That's awesome.
one, or was it? Like,
No, it wasn't
You
giant.
can have them
Like a
really
model.
small. They can be really small.
Oh, they can be really
Yeah.
small. And what do? Do you just put like a hand in there or something?
You have to like go in.
Yep. Oh, you can
have,
still
it has to
go
be a
in?
person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
But it's a mitzvah to spend time in this.
This
sukkah,
is
so
very
they're-
new to me, and the Randummies really like hearing about
Yeah.
this. This is really
It's
interesting.
actually it's one of my favorite holidays that nobody knows
I
about.
learned something today, Paulie. I did.
Well, you should learn something new every day.
I think I should. Yeah. I learned that I look like a weirdo in this costume.
Yeah, I'm a close
And I
second.
can't decide if I'm Elvis or Dice Clay. I'm trying to figure
I
that
hadn't
out.
thought of that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm like generic Lenny Kravitz or
Yeah,
something.
you're like generic.
generic Bob Marley.
Or like a court gesture kind of thing. You could be.
And look, it wraps all the way around.
Yeah, look. It could be a
Like a chin
mustache,
strap.
too. Yeah. You must pay the rent. I can't pay the rent. You must pay the rent. I can't pay the rent. I'll pay the rent. My hero. Anyway, we need to move on and talk of everything Halloween. Halloween. I think we should focus on Westfield, right? So this town is definitely Halloween crazed, right?
This is a Halloween town, yes.
This is, yeah. I mean, I'll have Bridget super up some photos that I took of the storefronts with all the Addams family characters on the windows. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Marty Silverman, where are you?
Yeah, where are you?
yeah.
Where are you, Marty
Uncle
Silverman?
Fester, that's Uncle Festus. Uncle
Yeah, he's
Festus.
coming back. He's coming back.
Don't
for
give up his identity. Don't give up.
But
Yeah, because people walk around and call him Uncle Fester.
Because
What
they
is
do. They call him
They
Uncle
do.
Fester.
They do.
And I didn't know Uncle Fester had a mustache.
Well, he could.
He could. He
But
could.
but he better be following this.
In this world, Uncle Fester has a mustache, right?
Yes.
So anyway, sorry. So tell us about, like Adams Fest and Westfield and
So-
Halloween.
As a lot of people know, Charles Addams grew up in Westfield. Charles Addams was the creator of the Addams family.
Yes, that's
And-
pretty cool, right?
So 7 years ago, Addams Fest started here in Westfield.
That's about when I moved here too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when I was
You moved.
first here, yeah.
You moved right into Adams Fest.
I think I started it, I
must
think.
have been because of you.
I
So
think I started it. No, I
this
really
is actually
didn't.
this is
I
after Mayor Brindle got elected.
Yes,
One of the
I was
first
here when she
things
was
that
elected,
she
yeah.
did was start up Addams Fest.
We lived right there.
The chair of Addams Fest is Don Mackey.
Yes, I know Dawn well,
And
yes.
I remember when Dawn first told me about Addams Fest, I got so excited when she told me about what the plans were because there were just so many cool ideas and everything seemed like really organic and real and grassroots and like just cool and fun.
The kids love it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Everyone loves
Kids
it.
It's
love
fun
it.
stuff.
And the adults, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And
I
there's
mean, the
so
beer
many
garden.
activities that go on in the town,
Yeah.
and they have the art gallery now going on this year.
I know, I'm bummed. They have the beer garden Saturday night. I'm gonna have to
so-
miss it.
I know, I'm gonna miss it too.
They had
Yeah.
Addams Family Fun Day. They
Yeah.
had the Maniac Pumpkin Carvers were here.
Oh, the Maniac Pumpkin
Yeah.
Car. I didn't know that. What's that?
They were over on Quimby Street on, I think it was Sunday.
On Quimby Street.
Yeah, and they had all these elaborately carved pumpkins, and there's a theme this year for Addams Fest, is Bewitched. So they had
Oh,
this
it is.
elaborately carved witch
Do they have people walk
pumpkin.
around going like this?
I don't know.
Tick.
I haven't seen
Bridget,
that.
you
You know,
had
in,
that
in dental school, we carved a pumpkin, and what we did was we
You
used
gave it really bad teeth, right?
no,
And then
no.
you fixed them.
No, we used denture teeth,
You
like an
used
all upper lower
denture
denture,
Yeah.
and that was their
That's what you did?
yeah.
You didn't like carve like really rotten teeth and then fix them?
We did not.
No? You could
No.
have done that. You could have shown people, your wares, what you guys do.
Yeah, because people base their opinion on coming to my office on whether I can carve nasty teeth into a pumpkin.
That's
It's true, that's the first thing I look up.
that's,
Should I see this dentist?
I'm
What kind of
Goog-
pumpkin does he carve?
yeah, I Google that, right?
Yeah.
I
Although when I know I'm going off a tangent.
like that's anything different.
When I was applying dental school, Georgetown was the only school that you had your interview and then you had to carve a piece of chalk. They gave you a cylindrical piece of chalk and with directions carving it into a boat, and that was part of your interview.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
mine sank.
Wow.
No, that was pretty good.
Look at that buffalo head back there too. Les will probably have to come by and root for
Maybe
it.
it's from Kansas City.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's from. Oh, do they have buffalo there too?
Well, they used to.
Really? Wow. I did not know that.
Oh yeah.
They used to have
Plains.
buffalo
They
there.
lived on the plains.
Is that where the
How do you think
buffalo
they have so
roam?
much barbecue there?
Oh.
It's really not. It's not barbecue.
Well, that's not
buffalo.
barbecue.
barbecue
No,
buffalo?
I think you eat.
It's cows.
They make
Yeah.
Paul. They make the wings out of the buffalo.
That's right. That's true.
Remember?
That's true.
Remember
No,
they,
no, I-
that's where they make. It's the buffalo wings.
You
right?
cannot get buffalo.
Come
well,
on.
I mean, you can get
Oh
buffalo.
my God! The
wings
mad
in Kansas
scientist
City.
is here. Yikes! What's going on over there? Hey, we're gonna be talking to him in a little bit. He's kind of nutty.
Yeah.
I do have a question for you, because I think it's kind of Halloween related and
Uh-huh.
it's very creepy. The Watcher house.
Oh, the Watcher
The
House.
Watcher. Look at her. The Watcher
I hate that story. I'll tell you the truth. I do.
house. Okay. That's fine. You're
yeah,
allowed to.
I do because I really feel like someone took people who were victims and kind of made it into a joke.
Do you know my friend's son was in that show?
The TV show.
TV show?
Yeah, The Watcher. He was episode 6. He was a little boy standing when The Watcher was a little boy standing on the front.
Oh
of
wow.
I didn't actually watch that series. I watched like 2 episodes.
They have a second season.
The
I thought it was
Randummies.
terrible.
The Randummies have a big burning question about that TV show.
Okay.
Where did that lake
The
come
lake.
from? There's no lake. There's no lake.
Well, it's filmed in upstate New York.
Jackie, you know
Nothing
what?
about it was true.
Can for the Randummies that
Yeah.
don't know what the Watcher House is, can you just give a quick
There's
synopsis?
nobody who doesn't know who that house
Oh,
is.
I
My
think that-
mom called me from Kansas City and said, "What is the Watcher?"
but just so you know, we want to ground people here
Okay.
because we're all
Okay.
about educating. Because Paul educates me he schools me every day.
So there was
In a bad
a
way.
really nice house on Boulevard, which is a very lovely street in
Boulevard.
Westfield, right? Big, broad street. And this family hadn't even moved into it yet, who had bought it, when they got some creepy letters that were kind of threatening their kids. And they never moved in. And that's it. That's the end. But
That's
people,
real-
That's it.
people have latched
That's
onto
the big
this
mystery
story.
of the house.
People have latched onto this
And
story.
do we know who the Watcher is?
We don't.
We don't know who it
They
is.
never- they
Do you
never
think it
figured
could be
it out.
Paul?
Yeah.
Because
Paul?
It could be.
Because in one of the letters there was a molar left in there.
Oh, I didn't know
There
that.
were
Ooh, new
teeth left
clue.
in. There were teeth left in the envelope that he left. So
Are
it
you
could
missing
be
a
Paul.
Did it have a filling in it?
It had a filling.
Actually, I'm
in
missing
it.
a few molars.
Yeah.
Did
And I heard. Did you take the Molar Express this weekend?
I did not.
You didn't.
I did not.
Okay.
I took the Buckle bus,
You took the Buckle Bus. Okay, not the Molar Express.
not the Mall Express. But you know,
I
that's the thing.
think, I think Munificent's going to stop by. He's coming via the Molar
good.
Express. Yes. Paul doesn't know how to react to that.
I am reacting.
You are.
That's your reaction.
That's
He's
my
just-
reaction.
He's just underreacting. He's supposed to overreacting.
I'm exhausted. Just for the record, I'm really tired right now.
You're really tired?
Yeah.
Are you tiring? Am I tiring?
No.
Okay.
No.
And, what else, like Halloween-esque, do you want to talk about, Jackie?
Well, I could tell the story about my au pairs from Europe
Oh, cool.
coming to America and experiencing Halloween for the very first time.
Really?
I didn't realize this, but Americans really do Halloween in a way that nobody else in the world does it. And they were so excited because they had seen American Halloween on television. And I took at least one of them to Helen Street in Fanwood. Have you ever been there on Halloween?
No.
Oh,
I have not.
It is.
In Fanwood, huh?
In Fanwood. It is the Halloween party. The whole street. The houses are all done up. Everybody's out. It is like, if I was going to film a scene from Halloween in America, it would be there.
And is it on the north or south side of Fanwood?
I have no sense of direction, and Fanwood is only a mile square, so you can find it.
Here, let me lend you a hand to find it out.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I mean, it's the coolest place, and they're walking around like, oh, it's like I'm on TV. So they had the best time. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And so, for your au pairs, like, what part of Europe are they from?
We had one from Finland.
Oh, Finland. Oh.
We had one from Italy. Oh my
Are
gosh.
they
was she-
finished now?
Yes. We had one from Italy who was an amazing cook.
All right, who's writing these jokes?
I'm doing them right on
Elvis.
the fly. I'm the
And-
king. I'm the king of bad dad jokes.
We had one from
See,
Germany.
I got the rings to prove it.
So we had one from Germany, and they really helped me with my.
And what
kids
was
in
the other
America.
one from? I'm sorry.
We had Finland, Italy, and Germany.
Finland, Italy, and Germany.
Yes. And
So-
the other thing I always love to do with these au
So when they
pairs-
went into the restroom, what were they doing? They were all European.
I hadn't thought of that.
You know what? The best thing about Halloween is when I get my business cards and staple them to each piece of candy I give out.
You're just making
Wow.
your own customers.
You're creating your own. Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
loyalty. You're creating your own loyalty.
You're not one of
program.
those dentists who gives out like toothbrushes, are you?
No. We
Thank
give
you.
out candy.
All
You
right.
give out candy. Well, is it
Candy.
like sugarless candy at least?
No, it's
Wow.
Well, what I give out are Reese's cups and York Peppermint patties.
Oh
those
wow.
are like the least horrible for your teeth.
No,
I'm
those are the
coming
ones
by.
if they're left over, I'll eat them.
Oh.
I always
I'm definitely coming by because Reese's peanut butter cups are my absolute favorite. You like the York peppermint patties, right?
my favorite.
That's your favorite.
My favorite.
Really? You like those over the? So like if you're
Well, if
when,
you
when you're buying Girl Scout cookies, do you buy Thin Mints?
I don't buy Girl Scout cookies.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
What?
Are you un-American?
That's very un-American.
I'm joking.
I was
joking.
gonna say. Like, wow.
I'm joking. No, Samoas are my favorite.
Ah.
Samoas
Okay.
are my favorite. Thin Mints are good. Well, here's what we do with the Thin Mints. The Thin Mints, I like to get them and crush them up and melt them and put them over ice cream, and then put the ice cream in the freezer and let a bowl of vanilla ice cream and you have the Thin Mint, freeze over it.
Folks, get your pencils out because Paulie just gave a recipe here.
Well, I'll tell you. Here's another thing. My best recipe, I think, is I haven't done this in years.
Is it a recipe or a recipe?
It's a recipe. You need Oreo cookies, peanut butter, York peppermint patties, Reese's cups, and brownie mix. So what you do is you have 2 Oreos. You get like you're making cupcakes. You put the cupcake hootenannies in each thing, and I get two Reese's two Oreos, and I put peanut butter between them, put peanut butter around them, put those in there.
I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused.
You get 2 Oreo.
I hope Bridget puts this up on the
screen.
screen.
You get 2 Oreo cookies.
The Randummies are like falling asleep.
Listen, it's easy. You get 2 Oreo cookies.
Randummies, are you hearing this? Or you get 2 Oreo cookies.
And you put peanut butter in between them and
put peanut butter in between.
Then you put peanut butter around both of them. Then you put them in the cupcake holder. Then you pour the brownie mix in there and you bake them. Wow. Then when you're done, you melt the Reese's or the York peppermint patties and pour it over it.
That seems like a lot of work.
Huh?
You can't do peanut butter and peppermint though together.
Does he? But he might.
I do.
Ew.
That seems like a lot of work. I would just go to the store and buy Reese's peanut butter cups, and I'd be very happy.
I think you like the peppermint patties because they taste like toothpaste.
Yeah, I don't know about that. What toothpaste do you use? Pepsodent?
Mint.
Pepsodent.
I use
Pepsodent. What were the two lamest toothpaste growing up? Were Pepsodent and AIM. Do you remember AIM?
I remember AIM.
Oh, AIM was gross.
AIM.
It was gross. It had like the 3 colors.
I always had
green.
bad aim and would go on the wall. That toothpaste.
How did we get there from Halloween?
I have no idea.
Peppermint patties.
Peppermint patties.
My family uses Crest, so.
Peppermint patties. Is that your favorite? What's your favorite character on Peanuts?
My favorite character on Peanuts? That is a good question. I guess I would have to go with Snoopy. I like Snoopy because he's cool.
I like Schroeder.
Schroeder because he's a musician.
And he plays a toy piano and he jams with it.
You don't like Pigpen or something? Or like
No, I don't.
Charlie Brown.
I like Linus.
Charlie
I remember when Snoopy stole Linus's blanket and buried it, and Linus couldn't find it. He went through withdrawal.
That poor Linus.
Oh yeah,
Remember
I
that?
do remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it must have been like traumatizing.
Charlie
for us.
Brown.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
he finally dug it up.
Brown.
Finally
He's
dug
a
the blanket up. Anyway.
Not Charlie Brown. Anyway, anything else you want to enlighten us with about Halloween and Westfield and tap into? So go into Tap Into Westfield and check out Jackie's Hyperlocal News.
Come read about Halloween in Westfield on Tap Into Westfield.
Yes, please do. And we want to thank Jackie, our special guest, for being on our show today.
And being very patient with us.
She's been very patient with us. And Paul has a lot of patience.
I do.
He does. He really does. You get a special spooky edition of the Randumb podcast candle, and it's Clover whatever. I always forget the name of it, but there's a name under there.
Lucky Clover.
Lucky Clover.
Lucky Clover.
And these are my good friends over at Wicked Good that we work with to create these wonderful candles.
Isn't that what they say in Massachusetts?
What's that?
It's wicked good.
Wicked Good? Yeah, they do.
Thank you.
They do. Wicked Good. Yeah, very good. Anyway, thank you, Jackie.
Thank you,
were
Jackie.
awesome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for putting up with us.
Oh, here we have the mystical, the magical Jimmy the Munificent. Munificent sees all and knows all. Munificent is a psychic of epic proportions. Munificent has not seen these questions before, well, at least not today, but yet will divine the answer to all prior to knowing any question, using sealed fold-over cards specifically prepared over at Minuteman Press, Clark. Now, without further ado, I foist upon you Jimmy the Munificent.
Oh, silence, please, silence. Thank you. Silence. In order for me to fully concentrate. Silence. Munificent cast upon you. May all of your Halloween candy taste like asparagus and smell like a porta-johny at an asparagus festival. Ka-ching! Okay, let's go into the first answer, and then I will tell you the question. Holding the answer to my head, I will give you the answer, and then the question. Okay,
That wasn't too munificent.
this is kind of topical. The answer, the answer is Grimace.
Grimace.
Yes, Grimace. Do you want to know the question? How would you describe the facial expressions of Paulie during this bit?
Oh, that's one. Grimace, that purple, met-loving.
Yes. Ugh. Grimace got his. Ugh, you're gonna go Yanks. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, I'm divining the answer. I'm divining here, Paul.
We'll keep divining.
I'm divining. Booze.
Booze.
See what the question is. What do ghosts drink at the bar? How appropriate we're in one. 16 prospect. Yeah, booze. May you be haunted by the ghost of Elvis, who eats all of your Halloween candy and turns all your TP rolls around to under. I cast that upon you.
That's a real nasty spell.
That's nasty. Can you imagine if Elvis came and turned all your toilet paper rolls around? Ew. Anyhow, let's go to the third answer. That's not it. Oh, here it is. And the third answer is, oh, this is like very Halloween. I'm seeing shades of orange here. I'm seeing shades of orange, and the answer is pumpkin. Pumpkin. And the question is,
wait, hold on.
yes.
Pumpkin, that's pretty appropriate for this
Yeah,
time.
it is, right?
Yes,
Yeah, it's
yes.
very Halloween. It's a very, very random Halloween episode here. So, and the question is, what do you call relatives of the Pump family?
Oh, that's an all
Okay.
that's an all low. That's all time low.
That's an all-time low. Ugh. And you bestow upon the world the great
Munificent. Munificent. Jimmy the Munificent.
Yeah, ka-ching! Playing all the local theaters like the Rialto over there in Westfield and Cranford. I'll be there.
That's been closed for a
Yeah,
while.
well, that's why I'm playing there.
Okay.
I played an empty audiences, man. That's what I'm doing here.
Well, you always play for an audience of one, and I appreciate what you do. I think you're
Well, thank you.
an asset to the
I am
show.
an asset, and I think I'm going to go catch the Molar Express out of town again. So we see you next time. Happy Halloween, Randummies. Jimmy the Munificent. Yeah, ka-ching. Wayne's World!
Wayne's World, baby.
Woo-hoo! We got Wayne's World today. Woohoo! The mad scientist, Wayne's World here. Wayne Zuhl. That sounds kind of cool. Zuhl.
Like imagine the
like
Zuhl train. The Zuhl train.
Train. Oh, this is Don Cornelius.
With our special guest, the
Yes.
Zuhl.
Wayne Zuhl train. Or it could have been, like Wolfman Jack. It's the Zuhl.
Or it could be an animal called Zuhl.
Werewolf.
Werewolf. They're wolf.
Well, he does go out at night, so, he might be out there howling at the moon because he's out there looking at the moon a lot. Because he is an astronomer.
Astronomer.
I almost said astrologer.
Astronomer.
I almost
Par
said,
excellence.
I almost said astrologer. Wow,
You're an astrologer?
You look so incredible in those dreads.
You're an astrologer?
Yeah.
Do you know I went to a bar?
No, he's an astronomer.
I went to a bar in college, and I
Yes.
went to use a pickup line. I said to the girl, "What's your sign?" And she said, "Stop."
She's like, get out of here.
I'm like, "All right, I'm done with astrology.
She's like, get away. She said-
Leave. Get out.
she said,
Get out. Get out of the line."
Wayne Zuhl. I like that. That's cool. Right? The Zuhl train.
The Zuhl train. Is that good? Can we use that as part of our expanded merchandise?
Yeah.
The Zuhl train.
Yeah. The Zuhl train. This is Don Cornelius, and welcome to the Zuhl train.
Did you ever watch Soul Train?
Oh my God! Every
Do you
Saturday.
know-
My sister and I used to watch it every Saturday.
Do you know what the first song? You may know. The first song, crossover song from a white artist that made #1 on Soul Train?
Barry Manilow. I have no idea.
Benny and the Jets by Elton
Oh,
John.
Elton John. Oh,
Yep.
I like that song too.
Yeah.
That's like Vinny and the Jets. Vinny and the Jets. Jets. 98.
That
Woo!
information I just gave has absolutely no value
Yeah, I know.
whatsoever.
I'm sorry, Wayne. We've
Yeah,
digressed
yeah.
completely here.
That's
So
okay.
Wayne Zuhl is an astronomer and host of a popular podcast. So he's a fellow podcast guy like us that delves into the mysteries of the universe. Beam me up, Scotty. From black holes to the birth of stars. Well, is that like when I'm born, like a star is born? Kind of?
Somewhat.
Known for making complex topics accessible.
You're a galaxy.
I'm a galaxy. Yeah, I am with this Elvis costume. I'm the definite. I'm worldly.
From a galaxy we don't know of.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, that's beyond Wayne's world. Zuhl brings a passionate, down-to-earth approach to space exploration, inviting listeners to look up and ponder what lies beyond. It could be the Starship Enterprise. We don't know, right? It could be up there. So, Wayne, let's jump in because Randummies have a burning question. Oh,
Okay.
Paulie, oh, look, he's doing. I thought you were trying to stop the show, and
No,
he's
I
giving me the Spock. Hello.
long live and prosper, baby.
And then there's Shazbot Nanu, like he was from space too, right?
The planet Orc.
Planet Orc. And then there was Kazoo from the planet Zatox. Was he real? Like on the Flintstones?
I don't know, but at least they weren't lost in space.
Yeah. Oh, that was a whole other. Oh,
All right.
the pain of it. Oh, the pain of this bit. Will Robinson.
Did you know Dr. Smith was a dentist?
Was he really?
No, I just made that
Oh,
up.
okay. Oh, the pain of it.
Oh, because he has the pain of it. That's actually.
I want to take a can opener to you, you incantagonous pile of rubbish. Warning, this bit is stupid. Anyway.
See, the beauty of this podcast is you have two imbeciles giving good information, having a good time, and
it makes
randommies.
everybody else feel good about themselves because we're so dumb. But because we rolled this on for so long, we actually got some questions in for Wayne.
Yes.
The Randummies sent some questions in. It's unbelievable. So how do you view the relationship between space exploration and Halloween?
Well, Halloween there's no real direct link as such, but the whole reasoning behind Halloween is actually based on the moon. And it's based on when the calendars in ancient times, and even some cultures today, in the Jewish culture and the Chinese culture, Thailand, Vietnam, Korea, they all use a lunar calendar.
I'm going
So
to
it's
tell my
all
wife
based on the moon.
it's based on Mooney.
Well,
Could be based on
sure,
Mooney.
the Mooney calendar.
Yeah, the Mooney calendar. That's a whole other thing going
So,
on.
and
that's
even,
cool. I
even
didn't
the
know
word
that.
the word month comes from the word moon.
The word monk?
Month.
Month.
Oh, month.
Right.
Oh,
So-
I just said monk.
So
Like
all
cloister.
these, like the Jewish calendar has 13 months in it.
Okay.
where our
Did you know that?
I'm actually, I've been an advertiser in the Jewish calendar at the local synagogue.
There you go.
With our printing business. So I did know that. Yes, and it comes out in October.
Right. When the year starts.
When the
Sure.
year starts, and I always ask to have my coupon put in October. I put it right up front.
So
You always ask for far forward right-hand read.
So anyway, with the moon, determining the people would go from full moon to full moon. That's how they would mark
Oh, wow.
time. And it was they would look at the full moon that was nearest the vernal equinox, which is when the sun moves into the southern part of the sky for half a year, and Halloween became a midpoint between the start of fall and the start of winter.
Oh, wow.
And
And
it's all
so it's like
because of the moon.
the solstice. Salsa.
Yep, the winter
The
solstice.
salsa.
Exactly.
The winter salsa.
Not the winter solstice. Sure.
Oh,
that's
winter
a
winter
little more
solstice.
spicy.
Oh, solstice. and actually, I don't know if it's related or not, but like a Randummy was asking about the harvest moon. Like, how does that play into this as well? And that's one of my favorite Neil Young.
I was gonna say that's a Neil Young
Great
album.
Neil Young
It's a
song,
really
yeah.
good-
It's a
Great
album,
song. I mean, yeah.
A good song, yeah. Good album
But
song.
the harvest moon is, it's usually the first full moon after that vernal equinox that I just mentioned.
Oh, wow.
And so the first full moon of the fall is typically when the harvest would happen, so that's why they call it a harvest moon. In October, they refer to it as the hunter's moon.
Oh,
They
the
all-
hunter's
every
moon.
moon has different names.
Ah.
But there's no official
Well, that's
designation.
like us. I'm Jim Moon. And we have Seamus, Barb,
Seamus Moon Fall, sure.
Edge. We got a bunch of moons. And why did it's really cool, like, because that moon always looks like it's like you could drive right into it. Like sometimes it comes.
There was a
up
full moon the other night, or was it full or almost?
What did you-
Saturday
A few
night.
nights ago.
Did-
It was almost full.
Almost full. Yeah.
It was almost full.
It was orange. I mean,
No
it was
wonder
really
people
cool.
were acting so weird around here. I really noticed that when there's a full moon. Is there like a thing with that? Because like people today were definitely nuts in just driving around and I think it's because it's still hot out and people are expecting it to be cold and it's in the 80s.
I know we were driving back from New Hope on
And-
Saturday, and we had the moon like in
It
front of
looks
us.
like
so-
you can like touch it.
yeah,
right?
it's really.
Especially when it's down low like that.
So
Did
what-
you
yeah.
sing the Arthur song when you were looking at it?
I did not.
If you get stuck between the moon and New York City.
Anyway, who sings that? Do you know who sings that?
I just did.
No, who really sings it? Do you know?
Oh, you want me to play your dumb
No.
game?
Real question.
I know who sings it. It's
Okay.
Christopher Cross.
Okay.
Let's leave it that way. I know.
No, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, you
But
are.
my question is,
Do you like my bling?
it's beautiful.
I really like your hairdo.
Thank you.
And Wayne has really cool hair.
Wayne looks like he just touched Ben Franklin's kite.
As long as that's all I touched.
Wayne looks like he was in Back to the Future.
Dr. Brown.
Dr. Brown, sure.
So what does I just thought of this question actually. What does the moon have to do with the tide?
It's got everything to do with the tides. If there-
Right,
if there
I
were-
know. I mean, yeah, I know it has everything, but kind of go into that.
Why would it have to do with detergent? I don't understand that at all.
What does the moon have to do with ivory?
With Ivory and Tide.
It's the pods
That's
that
what
you have to worry about.
I go to the Tide dry cleaners. What does that have to do with the moon?
So the
Oh,
moon,
the tide
tides,
out
right,
there in the
right.
ocean.
so the Earth, the moon, being the largest thing that's near us, its gravity is strong
I don't
enough
know,
that
I'm
it
pretty
pulls on the
large.
water. Well, yeah, it pulls on the oceans. It just tugs a little bit, and it actually lags behind. So if the moon is over here, the bulge is actually over here. It's like ahead of it.
Okay.
What
And
is?
the tidal bulge, it's called.
Tidal bulge?
That's high tide.
Whoa.
So that goes around the planet every
I never heard that before.
every 12 hours. There's another high tide and a
High
low
tide.
tide. So it's as the moon moves across the sky, the tides move.
All right.
And that's
Yeah,
how-
I knew. I didn't know specifically. I knew it had something to do with it, but I didn't know specifically what it was.
And it's built up over so many millions and billions of years
Billions.
that's the reason that we always see the same face of the moon. It's because it's tidally locked.
That's not Jackie Gleason's face up there?
Nope.
Ah,
But I did see a picture of Alice on it.
you did.
To the moon, Alice.
Yeah, it's
Bang
a
zoom.
Bang zoom.
Oh, you know what one I saw the other day?
Here we go.
I saw the one.
The one from
where,
the Man from the Moon?
No, the honeymoon's when Alice's mom walks in, he calls her a blabbermouth because he had tickets to the show and she gives the
Blabbermouth.
You're a blabber.
And then he has to like record. Is that the one where he records it?
Yep.
He's like, it's just your little buttercup. And then Lauren's like, back then you were just a little buttercup. Now you're a whole
And
Tubbalard.
the other great one is when he's
That's
doing
so funny that Tubbalard comes from Tubbalard.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Yep.
Until that show.
It's funny when Jackie Lieberman was learning how to name that tune, and Norton plays his introductory song. He doesn't know what it is, and that's the one that's on there.
Swanee River.
Yep, that's right. Swanee
But
River.
the Halloween episode's pretty good because he plays the Man from the Moon, but then they think he's a pinball machine or something, right? No, that's what it was. Yeah, they think he's a pinball machine, and Norton wins because he comes in his sewer costume, and they think he's the Man from the Moon.
Right.
So, sorry, Wayne, we really went off
That's
on
okay.
a tangent here.
I listen to the show. I know what it's like.
You know what? How has the Halloween season inspired myths about the night sky and space?
That's actually an excellent question.
Thank you. That was one of our randommies. Believe it or not, some of them are smart.
I'm sure all of them are smart. They're listening to this show, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So,
I hope
a lot of the
That's still in question.
We're not sure why they are.
Why?
What are you doing?
But to answer the question, a lot of the mythology really is based on ancient Greek mythology.
Wow.
So like right now, if you were to go out, not now, but when it's dark out, if you went outside on Halloween, the constellations that you're going to see are Hercules and Cepheus the king and Cassiopeia the queen and Andromeda, another queen.
What about
and
Beetlejuice?
Perseus.
Did you ever read the Andromeda Strain, by the way?
I did a long
What
Long
about
time ago.
Betelgeuse or whatever?
That's in the constellation Orion, which
And then they call it
doesn't rise
Beetlejuice.
until much later in the.
If I say it 3 times, is Paul going to disappear? Hopefully.
Give it a shot.
Beetlejuice.
That didn't work.
Didn't work.
No, he's still here.
I'm still here.
I'm only kidding you.
So
I love you being here, Paulie.
Thank you.
That's the basic answer, and even on the moon.
Basic. That's a pretty nice answer, actually.
On the moon, you have
That
the
sounds like a
sea
great
of
answer.
the Sea of Crises and the Ocean of Storms. They're scary names.
The Sea of Crisis?
Yep, Sea of Crises.
Sometimes I'm in the middle of that in my office.
I'm kind of between the Sea of Christ and the Sea of Tranquility.
My business is like that as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because by day, so by night he's an astronomer, not an astrologer.
Are there
Right, but during the day, Wayne is a realtor.
WayneZuhl.com. I
WayneZuhl.com.
make people's dreams come true for a living, and I do that by helping them buy and sell homes.
And what do you make make happen? What happens?
Well, everything I touch turns to soul.
Everything he
Good
turns to
call.
song.
Thank you.
You see? The Zool trade.
you know what though? Whenever I
Maybe
think
Don Cornelius will buy a house from you.
I happily sell them.
you'd have to go far to sell him.
I'd really like to buy that house.
But you know what?
And I'd like to buy a Val.
With Wayne, I always think of Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Why do you think
Zuhl.
Ghostbusters?
I got that.
Zuhl.
When my wife went to the bank when we got married and she changed her name, she went to the bank and told the teller her name. And the teller was like, "Oh, like Ghostbusters, right?"
Is that somebody in Ghostbusters' name?
the ghost, the big ghost at the end is
Yeah,
Zuhl.
Zool.
I did not know that. I only saw it when I was growing up. I've
Yes.
never seen it since.
Yes.
So I did not know that.
And Sigourney Weaver was the keymaster, and Rick Moranis was the key. I forget, but anyway, those two had a conversation.
Key lime pie?
There's no Dana, only Zuhl.
There's no Dana, only Zool. That's right.
I did not know that. Wow.
But it's spelled different.
Yeah.
That's Zooly interesting. Thank Paul. Anything else you want to enlighten us to, like cool stuff that's going on in the sky,
Well,
or
yes.
different things you've been studying recently?
Absolutely. Right now, we're recording this about a week before Halloween, and there's a comet that's visible in binoculars now.
Is that one of the 8 reindeer?
No.
No.
It's a different kind of comet.
Oh, it's a
This is-
different comet.
This is a.
What about Donner and Blitzen?
No, they're not out there either. But you gotta wait a couple months
They
for
are
them.
thunder and lightning.
They are. But it's called Comet Shushanshan Atlas, And
What?
it was Shushan. It's a Chinese name.
What?
It's
Shoe shine what?
Sounds like
Yeah.
sushi.
It's
I had that the
Shushan.
other night, actually.
I thought you don't like sushi.
We were over having, I don't. Seamus had it.
All right, back to our regularly
No,
scheduled
I
broadcasting.
had cooked Japanese food. It was very good. I'm only kidding.
So that was visible to the naked eye just
The
a few
comet?
days ago. Yeah, you can see it.
And like if you go out and you look at Wayne's, Facebook page and website,
It's awesome stuff.
He has awesome stuff. I mean, this guy sits out there for hours capturing photography of the sky. That's incredible.
Those close-up shots of the moon you have are
So people
Thank you.
don't know this, but I'm going to let the Randummies know that Wayne and I are fellow Rotarians.
Yes, in the same club.
Actually, Wayne was the one that brought me into the Fanwood Scotch Plains Rotary,
Which is the
which is the greatest chapter on the face of
greatest
the earth.
Rotary club in the universe.
The greatest club in the universe.
Is there is there a club or organization or something that you're not involved in?
Yeah, there's really not. I'm in a lot of stuff. I'm an elk. I'm a Rotarian. I'm the president of the Westfield Chamber. I'm not only a member, I'm president, kind of thing. But even Wayne and I, we were a part of a Monday group that we used. I don't know if you guys still meet
We
over
do.
at the Holiday
We do.
Inn. You do.
Yeah, every
okay.
Monday morning.
Because we did a show. Remember, we did the show. You were there over at the Holiday Inn, and we meet on Monday mornings at 8:00, and we hang out
At the
and
Holiday Inn?
talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. We sit at that giant table, like the Edith Ann kind of table there that they have.
It's
And
fun. It's a good way to start
it's
the
like
week.
bunch of guys, some girls, women hanging out, talking about business,
Giving referrals.
giving referrals. I mean, that's what it's all about. And yeah. So anyway, I was going to say something.
You're gonna say something intelligent?
Oh, I know what it was. Wayne did a really cool presentation at Rotary one day on the sky. It was really cool. He shared his talents with us, and he shares his talents with the world. And tell them where to find your talents of the world.
So you can go to on YouTube. It's the Astro Guy podcast, or any podcast provider, Spotify, whatever you use. You can download the audio only version on Astro Guy podcast.
So
just search
Astro Guy, say it
It's
again.
one word, Astro Guy podcast.
Astro Guy podcast.
And
And,
YouTube is the best bet. Please subscribe on YouTube. That really
I
helps.
think
and
you have a really
comment
cool
and like on it.
characterization of you drawn on that.
I have. It's a almost not quite a silhouette, but it's like a reverse image of my face. It's just
It's
black
pretty
and white.
cool.
And yeah, I use that. And I actually have started using that as a signature on my images that I do.
I think it's really cool, and I think the Randummies should go out and check it out there at
Astro Guy.
Astro Guy podcast. Well, you know what we're going to do? Bridget's going to super it on the screen so everybody can have it, and they can they can take photos of it, or they can write it down if they have writing instruments, or they can.
And I put
We
out-
could do smoke signals, but we took the smoke.
What
signals
is
away.
this question? Astronomy question. What's the furthest planet you can see?
Technically, it's Neptune, and but you need binoculars or a telescope to see it. You can't see it with the naked eye. It's too faint.
Well, that's what I mean with.
With the naked eye, it's the planet Uranus, and that's my preferred
Whoa.
pronunciation.
Wait, are you mispronouncing that?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, you don't want to say that.
Actually, if the proper pronunciation, from what I've heard, is Uranus.
Uranus.
Yeah.
Uranus. So,
Because there's that town in Connecticut that sounds similar.
but the so you can. I mean, Saturn. I know you can see.
Mhm.
I've seen
Yep.
pictures of that.
Well, you have a car, right? I don't think they make them anymore, actually.
No, they don't. I don't think they do.
Really?
But anyway, so you can see as far as you can't see Pluto at all.
Not with the naked eye. With the
Dis-
telescope.
No,
you
I'm
can.
saying with-
yeah, with the
If you go to
telescope, yeah.
Disney World, you can.
But that you know what, that comet that's up there right now is millions of miles from us, and things right now, like at night, if you went out, you could see the Andromeda Galaxy. And that's 2.5 million light years away, and you can see it with the naked eye.
Wow, that's amazing.
Where did they
See
just
it
send the
as
rock?
it looked 2.5 million years ago.
They just sent the rocket up to Jupiter, was it?
Yes.
6
yeah.
years to get there.
Yeah, it's going to take 6 years.
Are
It's gonna
those
loop
people
around.
stuck up there?
No. No, it's going to loop around Mars and then come back and loop around the Earth and then go to Jupiter.
Are there
No.
people on it?
No,
No.
you know,
Is it like
I
they have, like, a
love
monkey or something.
I love the space.
Anything?
I love the space program. I love when they have the lift offs. I remember Skylab. I'm always been into that. But my question is, at what point do you really feel that we're wasting our money? You know, because the reality of it is what are you going to find in 6 years? What are you going to find out going to Jupiter?
You're gonna find out a lot.
Well, they are going to find out a lot because there's a moon on Jupiter that, from what we know of it, it has an ocean underneath the surface. And this
See?
probe that's going there is going to do some very close orbit to that moon. And with its instruments, it's going to be able to probe electronically beneath the surface of the
Right,
the
but
moon
what is
to-
the ultimate
It's
goal?
gonna help us
find out if there's
sustain
life
fishing.
there.
Obviously, if they have an ocean,
Right, but if
fish
there's
up
right,
there,
but if there's life,
probably.
right, okay. So if there is life there,
It's gonna
it's
sustain
certain-
fishing.
It's certainly not. It's certainly not going to be
can
life
get your
where
fishing
we
pole
couldn't
set up
survive
there.
there.
No, we couldn't survive there, but it helps us learn about how our solar system formed, and that helps us learn about things here on Earth by knowing how the moons on Jupiter formed, and even maybe how life might have started there. Helps us here to learn about our past history, and that helps us going forward. And if you want to talk about the things the space program has done, we wouldn't have iPads or.
We would be doing this show.
You wouldn't be doing this show if it wasn't for,
We would be
for
doing
the,
it
for
probably.
the Apollo program.
We probably would have tin cans and strings.
But I remember Skylab.
Hey,
Skylab
Paul,
was
you there?
Skylab was awesome.
It was very cool.
Skylab was like the 70s, right?
73.
Skylab.
Yeah.
Did you do tin
I
cans
actually
and
met one of
strings?
the astronauts that went up on
Growing
Skylab.
up, Paul?
Did you?
Hey,
Alan
Paulie,
Bean.
here, pick up the other.
Does he
tin
realize
can.
we're talking?
He's no longer with us.
He's not with us. He's in another galaxy.
I'm in another galaxy.
He was the fourth man to walk on the moon.
I mean Uranus or whatever.
Nobody remembers the fourth guy that walked on the moon.
Who was the fourth guy?
Alan Bean, the guy I just talked about.
Alan Bean.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Apollo 12.
I did not know that. Anyhow, Wayne, you've
Yes,
been
thank you.
Wayne's World
My
here.
pleasure.
Awesome,
A lot of fun.
And
Thank you, guys.
Since you've been such a wonderful guest, you get a spooky edition of the Randumb candle
Oh, well, thank you so
for
much.
you and your family to enjoy
Well,
on
I'm sure
Halloween.
we will enjoy it.
And you get to listen to Wayne's World. Party on. Xmas. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Thanks, Wayne. You were awesome.
Thank you.
I learned a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, wow. That Moonificent, man. He's one crazy dude. Let's all give him a hand. Oh, wait a minute. This hand has his mustache on it. Wow. What happened to Moonificent? Did you see that?
That's
Wow. And we're just trying to give him a hand here, for all that great Moonificent stuff that he does. So anyway, thank you, Moonificent. Hopefully you caught the Bowler Express out of town quickly. I hope it's a one-way
one way to out of
way
here.
out of here.
Don't return.
Yeah,
Don't come back.
Like Harry Callis would say, it's out of here. Anywho, hey, and that's the end of our very random Halloween show. So a special thank you to Tim and Chris.
Tim, thank you,
Boyle.
Tim and
Thank
Chris.
you, Tim, very much for hosting us this afternoon here on our very random Halloween show.
He's hosting us at 16
16
Prospect in Westfield.
In
Great
beautiful
place.
downtown Westfield.
Beautiful downtown Westfield.
Beautiful downtown
Stop
Westfield.
on by. Great place here.
Yes. Marvelous food, great entertainment, and that doesn't include us. There's actually true entertainment.
Real
that comes
entertainment
through
here.
They actually, it'll be fun on Halloween. I was talking to Tim about it earlier. So Joe Reagan will be here on Halloween night. So Thursday, October 31st.
And feel free on that night to boo him.
Yeah, because everybody drinks booze on that night, right? I know Tim and team will be dressed for Halloween. I'm sure some of the patrons here.
Does Tim
at
have a
16
costume yet?
Isn't Tim wearing one right now? Oh no, I guess not. He's being Tim. Come on, how could you be any cooler than Tim Boyle?
You can't.
No, you can't. You just can't.
You can't.
He doesn't have to take the Molar Express. He can stay right here in Westfield. Anyhow, come check it out. Halloween night, Joe Reagan. Come by and say hi to Tim and Chris Boyle, and I like the Ghost to have some booze. Booze. And just some upcoming other things going on. Remember to check out Mike Marino's upcoming tour schedule at mikemarino.net. mikemarino.net for ticket and time information and location. Also, I'm going to reach out to Joe Midnack as well to help house the homeless veterans at joe@fsvh.org. That's joe@fsvh.org for more information. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, of course, because that's who pays for this show. The New Jersey Festival Orchestra. To get tickets, visit NewJerseyFestivalOrchestra.org. That's NJFestivalOrchestra.org. NJFestivalOrchestra.org. Tickets are on sale now. And Paulie, Dr. Paulie over
Dr.
here.
Paulie.
Dr. Paulie.
Don't be confused with Yo Paulie.
He's not a Rasta Impasta. He's the real thing. Check him out at Florham Park Dental Excellence. And that's FlorhamParkDental.com. That's FlorhamParkDental.com to check out Paulie.
That took you a long time to get that out.
Took me a long time.
Jeez.
It's been a long Randummy day. And if you want to check out some printing, Minuteman Press and Clark with me, Jim Mooney, my son Seamus, and my niece Bridget, the Irish team over there at Minuteman Press. We are your branding and printing partners. If you can put a logo on it, we can pretty much print it. You want to check us out at nj213.minuteman.com, nj213.minuteman.com. And of course, our very Halloween-esque, Randumb-esque, fantastic team that help us. It's not just two pretty faces up here.
One.
One. All right, one. You. All right, fine. But I kind of look good as
Yeah, actually, you do. That's a good.
I look like Dice Play.
It's a good look for you.
Elvis, yeah. So checking out thanking our team, producer Ange Mooney, production and editing Bridget Hanlon, executive producer Seamus Mooney. And for Paul and I, we want you to have a very random Halloween out there and be safe, but have fun. But be safe, right?
Always be safe.
Always be safe. Just like when you're trying to steal a base, you always want to be safe. But we want to say out there, always stay Randumb-esque. It was very random meeting you, and now you're part of our lives. The Randumb family. Happy Halloween from
Randummies.
the dummies. Randummies. Hey, happy Halloween. Thanks, everybody.
Have a topic you would like the Randumb-esque podcast to discuss randomly? Please email us at randomesque@gmail.com. That's RANDUMBESQUE@gmail.com. This has been the Randumb-esque podcast produced by Moonrock LLC. And remember, always stay Randumb-esque.